Hello and welcome to the 16th episode of Making Heads in Fusion 360. This one will be shorter than usual since the main purpose of this episode is to show you how to create the lips on the model. As you can see, at the moment there is just a large orifice in the face, and this obviously needs to be closed, and this lesson is on sealing the lips, and it can be similarly applied to sealing the eye sockets later on. I'd like to use this moment to apologise for the long break in videos. I find that it can be enjoyable, but for the most part I find the sheer volume of footage a very daunting prospect as someone who isn't an editor, especially when I know there are things that I backtrack on. I don't want to teach you any incorrect procedures. You must remember this is as much as an experiment for me as it is for you. I hope that comes across. And I also want to say a big thank you for reaching 80 subscribers. It's really cool to see. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, on with the video. So at the moment, just some brief alterations of facial features, as I've previously mentioned, and this is a constant process that can be done at a leisurely pace. I often find myself doing a lot of minor adjustments before tackling a big section of the head, such as the lips. So with the lips, we are going to create the upper and lower lips separately and then link them in the middle. Beginning with the upper lip, we want to select all the edges above the corners of the mouth and use our Alt-Drag combination. We want to pull out a new edge away and down from the face and pinch it in slightly. Then repeat the same process, creating a new edge, pushing down and back towards the face, like so. That looks alright. And let's pinch them in again, and then repeating the same process as before, let's create one more edge, Alt-dragging deeper into the mouth for a total of 3 new edges. So that's good. So by pressing W or selecting the weld tool, we can now join the new lip edges at the corner of the mouth. You may have to orientate the camera view around a bit to select the vertices you want. Take your time, and if there are any issues with the model going polyagonal, check out my video that explains the conditions for that to happen. It might save you a lot of time. So that looks pretty good. So I'm now going to speed up this section slightly. You were probably expecting me to go straight into the second lip, however it makes your life a lot easier if you tidy the upper lip first. Essentially, we are looking to create a straight enough line for the lower lip to join onto, but because the lower lip is not currently in the way, you may as well make the upper lip as best as you can for now. It will save you some time later on. So yeah, you just kind of want to straighten things out. Obviously not perfectly straight, but much smoother fluid curves, like we do to the facial surface. Really, we just want to make the lips not be like creased or anything, and give some general shape to them as well. Drag that down slightly. This isn't the final form of the lips, but it's just worth just making them more like, I guess, as a general lip than something that looks robotic or plastic. So just create a general shape. So now we have reached the point where we can create our lower lip. Quelle surprise, it is the exact same procedure as before, creating 3 new edges, joining them at the lip corners, except this time they will be joined at the center afterwards. So instead of pinching them in this time, because we already know where our lip corner is going to be, we're just going to join them in place. Notice how pinched this section appears to be. This is something we want to try to avoid as much as possible. This is a sort of feature that messages like error due to 0 thickness geometry are likely to come up from, so that would be the cause. Anyway, let's speed back up again through our lip adjustments. This is only sped up to double speed, so you should be able to follow along. And we're basically sort of mirroring what we've done before. Obviously the lip sizes are a bit different, but at the moment we're just trying to make them look human. We're not matching them to our model. Just give them a general curvature, I guess. So that's a bit better. Okay, now we're going to weld the lips shut so that the model can eventually become a solid body. This is best done from the back, so pan around to our neck hole and then zoom in. And due to the way we've modelled it, it appears that we have one extra edge on the bottom lip. No matter, just make sure to terminate the edge by welding it to the next edge along, not the corner of the lips like I briefly did, and the rest should be relatively easy. So just weld those one by one. And there we have it, the lips finally sealed. All that's left to do is to make some minor adjustments from the front, and then we can relax for a while. So I'm going to speed up the rest of the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to chuck them in the comments section. I'll try to answer them. So we're now sped up to 400%. Just a few more lip adjustments. Like I said before, even now I'm not going to try and make them like our final, like the final shape, but I just wanted to create the lips for a functioning model, so that when we sort of we click finish form, eventually when all the edges are sealed, we won't have any errors. So you just do it now, make a general lip, and sort of the rest of this, the next 30 seconds or so, just some adjustments. But yeah, I find that making all these minor adjustments, it's quite therapeutic, so I take my time with it. I don't know if you found that the case. Sometimes it can be really stressful, but for the most part I find it just quite relaxing to do. So we are reaching the end. I just wanted to thank you all for watching and being patient with my video output frequency. I hope you have a lovely day, and if you have the time, check out my site at joyous3d.com. Anyway, bye.